I'm here with Erkin, Manager Director of Evonade. Erkin, can you tell us a little bit more about Evonade, what exactly it is you do, and then the products you have here at GITEX?
Evonade was established in 2001, and we've moved our head office to Dubai for better hinterland and accessibility in the region. We develop mainly applications based around Microsoft SharePoint product and technologies, and we've got quite a bit of solutions on that, including add-on features. During this GITEX, this is our first time that we're attending GITEX, and we're focusing on what we do and how we do and what our solutions are, including one of the best sellers that we've got is Scan to SharePoint. It enables you to scan documents, OCR the documents into SharePoint with just the click of a button, not like old conventional ways like scan, save to your hard disk and then upload into SharePoint. It's not like that. You get a new button on the screen, just click it and it scans directly into SharePoint. Other than that, we focus on solutions for Microsoft's SharePoint, and we're a Microsoft Gold partner for this too. And our solutions that we span across wide verticals for this, including finance to education and government. These solutions are document management, business process management, which is a big factor and improvements what customers require inside their company, and going on to simple websites, which SharePoint 2010 gives you a powerful enterprise content management solution that allows you to manage your website without having any hassle. Other than that,
well, within this you said your head office is here in Dubai. Are you primarily based in the GCC region, or have you expanded into Europe? Or
we've been our head office here in Dubai, in Dubai Internet City, but we don't just do business here in the GCC region. We've been doing business in Australia, in Europe, in many countries in Europe, even in America at one stage. But the reason why we moved here is, as I said, better accessibility to many countries, and the environment is very nice too, compared to other countries.
Well, okay. Within this region, is there a growing trend, a growing demand for this industry?
Oh yes. SharePoint is especially after SharePoint 2010. It's been one of the fastest growing products in Microsoft. And when it first came out, when 2007 came out, they sold close to 100 million copies of SharePoint. And ever since, it's been growing tremendously. With the release of SharePoint 2010, Microsoft has moved the collaboration and that platform to a new level, where some of the features you don't need to have Office installed on your clients to update your Word documents or your Excel documents. It's a whole integrated solution. It's actually a platform where you could build onto it and have many different solutions. For example, we've got ShipFlow. It's a vessel collaboration application for the logistic industry. Vessels are off-site and they're in the middle of the sea, and the head office doesn't know what documents, what information or what processes are going on the ship. So what they do is there are certain forms that they have to fill out daily, weekly, or monthly, and they fill these out. And using SharePoint Workspace is when they get an instant connection to the internet, it's replicated to their head office. And based on that form, if there is any business process related to that, it automatically kicks in and routes that document to several different departments. And this way, the office knows what the ship is doing, and the ship knows what the office requests from them.
Okay, you've mentioned there previously banking, education, and then you just mentioned shipping. Can you give us an idea of the spectrum that are the sort of the businesses that are proactive with buying your application?
We deal with a wide range of verticals, which I just can't say that we deal with this vertical, because collaboration is used in almost every company, and but the most used is banking. The finance sector is one of the most used areas because there's so many people that need to collaborate between. We had customers located in the manufacturing industry. They had factories spanning 5 different countries with more than 15,000 users, and they needed to collaborate all these information into one environment. So when a user in Russia or Georgia logs onto the system, they'll know what the person in Kazakhstan is doing, or what the person in Turkey is doing. Whose birthday it is that day, or how the markets are performing in each region separately. They've got this option to do that too. So as I said, our vertical is not just only one sector, but we could go from education to government to municipality or to military. We had customers using SharePoint as a document management system in the military, and they needed to limit the information flowing outside because of the high security information that's stored on there. And SharePoint is a very, very highly secure environment where it's everything is stored inside a SQL server, so it can't be hacked or cracked, or information can't be taken out of the company unless you specify it. It can be.
So companies, as you say, government companies, military, banking, people with a lot of information that needs protected, this is something that they're going to use.
Yes, exactly.
Within this GCC region, are there any challenges at the moment that you see need to be overcome?
GCC is a fast adapter of technology. They really, really adapt to new technology very fast. Still now, we haven't seen no hard parts to. The only thing that we faced probably would be the language barrier, and we somehow overcome that. Other than that, everything is quite straightforward, and there's not much.
You think it's important then, with regards if there's a barrier with language, that it's important to foster local relationships with local businesses in order to help you integrate better into the region?
Yes, we can do that with local businesses, but SharePoint is a bit of a niche product. What we do is a bit of the niche product side. People or vendors can come in and do out-of-the-box installations, but out-of-the-box installation, if the vendor doesn't have the expertise and knowledge of how a banking industry or a military service operates, he won't be able to implement. He'll probably end up with a bad installation. We've faced these type of things with back in the past with local vendors where they don't have the expertise on using SharePoint. For that reason, we prefer to do it ourselves instead of using it.
You like to be there from start to finish, and even afterwards with repairs and updates and.
Yes, exactly. We prefer to have everything in-house. All our developers, our consultants, solution consultants, salespeople, even our support team are all in-house. Even the design. Most of the companies don't keep a designer in-house. They outsource that, but we prefer to keep it in-house due to customers turn around and say, I want this done by tomorrow, and if you've got a good relationship with them, you do it at the end of the day.
So, Erkan, you were discussing there about clients and maintaining clients. Would you count this as something that's a major strategy within business?
Maintaining existing customers is the main factor of what we do, because getting new customers can get quite expensive, because of the time and energy and the costs involved in that. That's why we have a long-term relationship with our customers. We've been working with some customers since we've ever started, established the company, and it's much more easier to get more business from a customer than a new customer. But when we approach a new customer, we've got quite a bit of solid background. We work with most of the Fortune 500 companies around the world, like car manufacturers like Fiat or Ford, or if we go back to pharmaceuticals, we got AstraZeneca or Philips, which was a huge project scoping MENA region. And these were all new customers, but the way that they approached us was the expertise and the knowledge we had, and the way that we gave them a solution. We don't say, we do this, we do that, like most of the time vendors do. We approach them in a more analytic way and resuscitate their environment, see what they actually do require, and then give them an analysis of their requirements, and based on that analysis we start the project and deliver the project on time. But our main strategy is to get the most customer satisfaction as we can, make the customer happy, and in the meantime maintain the customer for the future.
Erkan, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for taking the time.